This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com.
Fit Moms!
Hi guys, it's Eliz. This is the beginner video of my abs series. There are 4 videos: beginner, intermediate, advanced, and master. So if this one isn't challenging enough for you, feel free to try one of my higher levels. Let's get started laying on our backs. So you'll recline, soles of the feet down, and do a quick scan of your spine. Make sure that your neck is long, that the back of your shoulders are touching the mat, your upper back, middle back, and lower back are touching the mat, and your feet will be hips width distance apart. So when you lay down, we have a natural sway in our lumbar spine, and you want to kind of tuck your pelvis under to get your lower belly to engage, and it's also safer for your spine. So check and see if you can slide some fingers under your back, and if you can, just tuck your pelvis a little bit under and you'll feel the full length of your spine pressing against the mat. So arms long by your sides, fingertips reaching, and you'll just do a few rounds of pelvic tucks. So you'll tuck your pelvis and release. Right away, you should feel your lower abdomen kind of shake and engage. So tuck and release, tuck and release. This just kind of gets that muscle memory in your lower belly and lower back of the proper way to lay flat to get the most out of this exercise. And then as you're ready, keep the pelvic tuck and you'll bring your fingertips to the nape of your neck. So your fingers are there to support the weight of your head, so you don't really want to push. Just let your head be heavy on your fingers. So elbows out to the sides, keep that pelvic tuck so that your lower belly is already engaged. Your chin is going to go straight up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift your shoulders, neck, and head. Inhale, lower to hover so your shoulders won't touch until we're done with this sequence. So really, even though this is a beginner video, it doesn't matter how advanced you are, crunches will always make your core shake. So if looking up towards the ceiling doesn't feel great in the neck, you could look towards your knees, but try not to pull your chin in. So up. On the exhale, you'll do the exertion. Keep your belly hollow. And every once in a while, check in with your lower back and make sure that you're actively pressing your lower back against the mat, so keeping that pelvic tuck. Let's slow them down just a little bit. Good old crunches. And let's do about 15 more. 14, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We'll hold that last one. Hold. And now we'll do some pulses. Pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold for a beat. And then release. So bring your knees into your chest, just a little side to side sway. So now we'll do some reclined tabletop crunches. So try to keep your legs as close to a 90-degree angle as you can. So think about your knees right over your hips and then do flex your feet. Right here, your legs, because they're hovering, it's gonna pull on your back. So you have to extra engage your core to keep your spine nice and straight. Fingertips to the nape of your neck, elbows out to the sides, lift and lower. So just adding the floating legs gets more of your lower abdomen to engage. Think about pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Checking in with the neck, maybe looking at your knees. And let's slow them down. shaking. And let's say 15 more. 14, remember to flex the feet. 11, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the 1, little pulses, pulse at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the 1 for a beat, and release. Knees in, a little side to side rock. So let's give the shoulders a little breather. Slide your thumbs under your hips. Keep pressing the back of your shoulders against the mat. Keep that 90-degree angle. Belly hollow, and we'll just do some alternate toe dips. So you just tap the right toes, come back up, tap the left toes. So this isolates the work now in your lower abdomen. And because we've already done some work, it's easier to feel those muscles. Keeping your neck long. Little tap, maybe pointing the toes just to make it pretty. Do 15, 13, 10, 8, don't forget to pull your belly button in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So keeping your shoulders down, we'll start bringing one knee at a time into your chest, extending the other leg. Knee in, point the toes, and you can do this as quickly or as slowly as feels comfortable to you. Once you straighten your leg, it really gets that lower abdomen. Shoulders broad. 15, 14, 13, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, you're doing good, 2, finish strong, 1, and release. All right, so slide your thumbs under your hips again. Shoulders will stay down. You'll float the feet. So if you've got some tightness in your hamstrings, feel free to keep your knees bent. If you want to add a little hamstring stretch, you're going to straighten your legs. So keeping your shoulders down, it's a really small movement, but very effective. You're just going to reach your toes up and lower. So think about pressing the back of your arms against the mat. So little lift, lower, lift, lower. So when you lower, don't let your hips kind of plop. Really control that movement because that's where the work is. It doesn't take much for you to really feel those muscles. Nice broad collarbones, shoulders away from the ears. And let's do 12 more. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, bring your knees in. So slide your hands under your knee creases. You are gonna rock up and down until you come onto your seat. So keep your hands under your knees, keep your feet hips width distance apart, shoulders up, back and down, and you're just gonna lean back. You're just gonna be here. So just doing this lean back zaps your core. So you're just gonna hold it. Breathing, smiling always helps. So check in that you are not too far forward, that you're really balancing on your sitting bones. So if you were to lift your toes, you could hang out there. Hinging back, breathe. So work like this where you're working in stillness is called isometric contraction. And let's hold it for a few more breaths. Keep lifting through your sternum and reaching through the crown of your head so you're not coiling inward. You have that diagonal line from the crown of the head to the tail. A few more seconds, let's say 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So pull your knees in and you'll cross at the ankles and come onto your hands and knees for tabletop. So in tabletop, your hands are actually a little in front of your shoulders and your knees are behind the hips. So this is a half plank. Tabletop, actually, your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. In half plank, your hands are a little bit in front and your knees are a little bit behind. I recommend tucking the toes so it helps kind of secure your legs in stillness. So now shift your weight forward, pull your belly in, and try not to lock out your elbows. So I have double jointed elbows, and it's easy for me to lock my elbows out and then I don't feel any work. So keep the elbows micro bent so that you get that engagement of your muscles, but also you're not collapsing in your bone structure. So keep that diagonal line from the crown of the head to behind the knees, pulling your belly in. Also, you don't want your hips to sag, so press the ground away. Checking in with the shoulders, they're not crunching up, they're broad. So if you ever feel this in the wrist, you're gonna spread out your fingers, press down through the knuckles, press the ground away, pull your hands apart. Now breathe. Good, feel what you feel. Let's do about 15 more seconds. Good, keep those elbows soft, we're almost done. 5, 4, 3, finish strong, 2, and 1. You guys did great. I hope you felt that burn, your abs working. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, feel free to check my other videos on Amazon Prime. Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you haven't already, follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration.
Introducing Yoga Plus, offering a free series every month with over 300 different videos. Take control of your health. Work out anytime, anywhere. Yoga Plus. Download now for free.